Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to come on this morning and talk a little bit about courage. Courage to become you. I was reading some material and I came up on this quote from E.E. Cummings. And in that quote, it said, "It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. And as I was reading that, and then I was listening to a recording from the archives of Joe Madison, and he was talking to Sugar Ray Leonard. And I'm going to tie all this in for us today if I can. And hopefully it will inspire, encourage someone to keep going. And Sugar Ray Leonard, in his book, The Big Fight, that's his autobiography, he is talking about how no matter how big you get in life, or you think that you are, everybody goes through something. Nobody gets too big for situations or problems to come up in their life. And he spoke about that. And he talked about something he's lived with over 30 years of the sexual abuse that he experienced back when, he was younger. But it's in his book, so I'm not saying anything he hasn't shared. But if you get the chance, get that book, The Big Fight by Sugar Ray Leonard. It is so much in there that would help so many people. And I know that's why people write books. Because whenever you write something, you're trying to share your life, a piece of your life, because you could never tell it all. But it does take courage to become who you really are. It takes a lot of courage. It takes standing up and having a strong spine, because there's always somebody out there that's going to try to tear you down and make you feel like you're not worthy. People would rather compare you against someone else or up to someone else to try to make you think small of yourself. But as I said on a talk that I did on last week, small-minded people talk about people. Great-minded people talk about ideas. And average-minded people, they talk about events. And I believe that every last one of you on here this morning are great. I really do. But you have to find your own greatness, because it's on the inside of you. But you have to have courage. And that's me speaking to myself as I speak to you. Because I've took some knockdowns, some knockouts. I've been through there. I've lived long enough to be there in life, in that space. But one thing is, it's other people's job to give up on you. It is not your job to give up on yourself. But whether you want to believe it or not, it takes courage. It takes, when I fall down, I'm getting back up. Sugar Ray Leonard talked about the drug abuse and the alcoholism and all of these things that was going on in his life at that time. In his life, which rolled over, and he's going out here and he's doing this thing in his career, but he's still got this thing going on with drug abuse and alcoholism, stemming from some sexual abuse by two men. It's in his book. But he had to have the courage. You know why? Because he knew that the situation was bigger than what he was going through. Only ones didn't know it, like all of us do as everyday people who are not these celebrities, who don't have huge platforms. We mask because we want people to think, I've got it together. I'm on top of my game. We all been there. And at time to time, we still go back there and mask about things. But you got to have courage to be the person that you really are. You really do have to have courage. Because there's always going to be somebody out there who's trying to knock you down, who's trying to tell you you're not worthy of something or you're not worthy of doing something. Believe in yourself. If nobody else believes in you, believe in yourself. Some people won't even like the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you handle yourself, the way you carry yourself, the things you don't allow and won't allow in your life to take you down. See, because it's some things and some people that you got to evict out of your life. Because if you don't, you will never grow. And they will kill that courage on the inside of you. Let no one take that from you. You are worth more than anybody could ever define you as being. I was reading some material the other day and it talked about fatalism. How many people are just living like a life of fatalism. In other words, living like there is no hope. I see that happening around the world. One thing about myself and probably many of you that I'm speaking to on this app, negativity, I can't stand it. I really can't. Because it absorbs everything on the inside of you. Negative people will absorb everything on the inside of you. That's why you got to get from around those things, those people that knock you down all the time, never having anything good to say to you, about you. You know, every vibe that they bring is negative. That's killing your courage on the inside of you. And you might think that's small talk. No, it's not. Courage is a big thing in life. You know why we need it? Because if you don't have it, fatalism, that thought of it, is going to take over your life. Because it will, anything that you do takes over that mind. Anything you do, anything you attach yourself to, you got to work on you and build you every day. Build you up every day. You don't have to wait on people to build you up. Build yourself up. Do some things that make you smile. What's that one thing in your life that makes you smile? What's that one thing in your life that gives you courage? It's always something that gives you the courage to keep going, to keep building, to move out of that space and not be so comfortable where you are and go do that next thing. It's always something. He said when he originally was going to, I believe, try drugs and cocaine, I want to say, he had someone that stopped him. See, you got to have people in your life that say, don't do it. You have at least one person in your life that say, no, you wanted to do something. But they knew that if you did that, that was going to destroy you. And they say, don't do that. And they really meant it. See, you got to have people in your circle. You can't just have a circle that agrees with you with a bunch of yes people. Because they'll never tell you, you messing up. You have anybody in your life like that? That just was honest with you and said, hey, you need to stop. You messing up. These decisions you trying to make, you messing up. I can't tell you what to do, but if you do that, you messing up. You giving up on yourself. You have anybody in your life that's willing to tell you, why are you giving up on yourself? Why are you going over there trying to mix with people that you know that those people mean you no good? Why are you doing that? Why are you putting your life on hold for people that would not put their life on hold for you for 1 second? Why are you doing that? You got anybody in your life? I'm being honest. Do you have anybody in your life? Like Sugar Ray Leonard said, it took that person at that time to tell him when he was early on trying to get into his career, starting his career up. Don't do that. How many people in your ears telling you what's right? Or are you just around a bunch of people that are yes people? Because we're in love with yes people, but they are danger. They are a danger. Yes people are a danger. They don't never correct. They don't care because they don't want you to be mad at them. But they know what you're doing is ruining you. They know what you're doing is taking you down. They know what you're doing is not going to benefit you. But they don't love you enough to say, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop thinking so negative. Stop putting yourself down. Stop masking for the world. Stop it. See, those are the people that really love you. Those are the people that want you to stand on your courage. Those are the people that, everything about you that they see on the inside of you that you might not see or that you are trying to suppress, they want that to come out because they want the best of you to show up. Sometimes the best of us don't show up because we busy trying to show up for everybody else but ourselves. You can't show up for everybody else and don't show up for yourself because you're going to get left behind while you trying to push everybody else up. If you don't keep growing yourself, you know what happens? The people who are down here, you're going to be right back down there where they are. Instead of being where you are and growing and trying to get them to come up where you are. It's only two directions, up or down. Life is not a game. Listening to Sugar Ray Leonard in that interview with the late Joe Madison, I'm telling you, it touched something on the inside of me. Saying, that's what I say all the time. I try to share it all the time through my words of inspiration and encouragement. You got to have courage. You got to believe in yourself. You got to put you first. Because you might think you're not helping anyone by putting yourself last. Mainly, you're not helping yourself. How can you love other people when you don't love yourself enough to do what's best for you? How can you give somebody else courage and never encourage yourself and kill your courage? And a lot of people that you are pouring into, that should be your overflow, not your whole cup. They can have the overflow, not your entire cup. I said this last week. How in the world you gonna pass your torch? You don't. You light somebody else's torch. Because if you pass your torch, you'll be left in the dark. I believe that's what our elders was trying to help us to understand. I can't help you if I can't help myself. See, people, you got to stop playing. You got to stop playing. Because if you keep playing, you will never grow old. Life is not a joke. It's really not. Life is about falling down sometime, but getting back up. Sometimes about making the wrong decisions, but getting it right. You got to get it right. Because you can't stand on excuses because everybody got those. Work on you. Work on the courage that's on the inside of you. Because if you don't, you're going to lose yourself while building up everybody else. And you don't want to do that. I come in contact, because I'm in higher education, I come in contact with a lot of young people. And I work on every day building them up. I don't care which one of them I talk to throughout the day. I'm going to always have something positive to say. Because they're trying to figure life out. Yeah, they're in college, but they're trying to figure life out. They're trying to get these degrees. They're trying to do whatever they can to try to make it out here, to get it right. So I've been living a while. See, I could not help them if I wasn't who I am today. You grow from your situations in life. You don't just take a seat and sit down. You grow from your situations. Sugar Ray Leonard said, yeah, I was a boxer, but I was messed up on the inside. I blamed myself for a lot of things that I couldn't control, especially at the time when I experienced sexual abuse in my life. And that was part of my drinking, he said. And he said part of his alcoholism and his drug use. Because everybody, and he's telling the truth, everybody, whether they admit it or not, have something in their past that they forever try to get past. Forever try to get past. And you blame yourself for what the ugliness of that people brought into your life. You didn't cause that. Like he didn't cause that. That was people who saw the opportunity to take advantage of a young boy. What I'm saying this morning, reach on the inside of you and pull up that courage, because you got it. Don't let nobody dim your light. You keep shining. Stop putting yourself on the back burner. Rise up. You may have fallen for whatever the reason, whatever the cause. Get back up. Get back in the fight. Because guess what? The courage is going to help you. Your courage is going to help you to be the person that you really are. And I feel like every last one of you are great people with great minds. All of us don't make it to the big platforms like the different celebrities. But you don't have to feel bad about that. Because guess what? Who you are, who they are, but they got a story just like you got a story. And we don't always know how people or what people doing to get where they are, but that's not our business because we're not small-minded people. We don't talk about people. We great people. We talk about ideas. We shape things up in our own lives. I love being a counselor. I love all the work I've done as a legal advocate. I worked with parents of murdered children. I've done a lot of work in my life, and I thank God for it. I didn't have to make it to the big platform like every lot of people. I did the gift and utilized the gifts that God gave me. The ability to go to college, to receive 3 degrees. I thank God for that. That's God's degrees. Because he gave me the mind to be able to do it. The strength. And let me tell you, along the way, I lost some courage sometimes. Sometimes I wanted to throw in the towel, but I had people in my life that would say, Electra, you can't do that. How you going to do that? You're a fighter. Don't you know how many people you would impact that's watching you? Because you got more people in your life that's watching you that you will never meet in your life. And I say that to y'all today. Y'all got more people watching your life than you will ever meet in life. It's somebody right now want to be just like you. They see your courage. They see your tenacity. They see you not giving up. They see you continuing to fight. They know you had some knockouts, but they saw you get back up and they want to be like you. That's why we got to be careful what we do in life, because it's always somebody that want to be just like you. Just like you. Because they see your strengths. They see some of the strengths that you don't even see in yourself. But courage is on the inside of you. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Utilize it. Stand on it. You don't have to be like nobody else. Just keep being you. Keep being who you are. Because as long as you got that as a piece of your life, courage as a piece of your life, you're going to be all right. And negativity, keep it out of your life. Or you're going to be like a lot of people around here living a life of fatalism. Like, you want to give up? If you really want to give up on life, it's nothing nobody can do about it, but you don't really want to give up. You just saying that because you feel sorry for yourself, because you feel like you can't, never going to get out of the situation that you're in. But you will come through, because I'm going to tell you something. This is a fact. I've lived it. People and things that you can't evict out of your life, don't worry, God will. I don't care how bad you want it. I don't care how bad you want a person that's no good for you in your life or a situation that's no good for your life. I don't care how bad you want it. When God let me tell you, God loves his children, right? Why would he allow something to remain in your life that he know would destroy you? I don't care how bad you want it. That's the way we are with our kids, right? We don't care how mad they get at us. We still gonna tell them the truth. Only people that love you gonna tell you the truth. Only people that want the best for you gonna tell you the truth. Only the people that see in you what they know the best in you is in you, and they don't want nothing or nobody to kill that. They're gonna say some things. They're gonna do some things that upset you. But it's going to push you to keep moving forward. And later on, you're going to go back and thank them. That's what Sugar Ray Leonard said. That's what our parents told us. You're going to go back and thank those people that you thought was so mean and hateful. They just mean. You know how your kids and your grandkids do you? No, they did. They cared about you. They cared enough about you to tell you the truth. Because they knew you were on the wrong track. And you was going to get messed up if you didn't stop doing the foolishness that you was doing. Keep this in mind. Only way you're going to get older, you got to stop playing. I'm talking about playing with life. You got to stop playing. You got to get serious about life. Because I just told my nephews this the other day. And I tell my grandson and my granddaughter, what you want in your teens, you don't want that in your 20s. What you want in your 20s, you're going to want more in your 30s. And as life go on. Because otherwise, if you don't want more as you age, you just playing. And playing going to mess you up. Playing with life will mess you up every time. Every time. All right? Courage on the inside of you. It's on the inside of you. Never forget that. Y'all have a wonderful day. All right? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.